Welcome to the August 2023 Coffee with Kehoe. In today's episode, I'm going to be continuing my discussion on leadership principles. So, the first area I'm going to talk about is strategy, an area of responsibility. And the phrase that I like to use around strategy is don't get too comfortable or too busy to be strategic. And what I mean by that is when you think about the day-to-day risks and issues that you're dealing with, maybe it's a ticket, maybe it's a system outage, whatever it may be, it's very easy to get caught up on a daily basis with the tactical, with the operational issues, and forget that you have to be strategic and to lean into those strategic areas as well. So it has to be intentional, but if you forget to be strategic or you don't have the time to be strategic, then your services and your organization can become very stale. Staff and customers really won't understand where you're going, what your North Star is, and what you're trying to achieve, and how you're trying to help your customers achieve their goals. So being a strategic CIO or a strategic leader in general, whether you're business or IT, is a huge responsibility and really has evolved over the years. My job as a state CIO is very much strategic, and every day I have to think in that area, whether it's a strategic plan for my agency or an enterprise IT strategic plan or a strategic project or initiative that needs to be launched. It's very critical to establish an IT strategic plan. One of the first things that I do when I come into any organization, whether it's an individual agency or in this case, as a state CIO, the enterprise, is launch an initiative to develop a new IT strategic plan. So we have an IT strategic plan for our agency here at WATEC, but we also have and are in the process of updating our IT enterprise strategic plan. And why is that important? Well, it's important because you have to align your plans and your goals with your customer, in our case, agency leadership and their goals. The IT enterprise strategic plan and the goals should align and support the agency strategic goals and also the governor's priorities in this case. Without that IT enterprise strategic plan alignment, we can't articulate or communicate the value of IT and how valuable technology is for our customers and the governor in achieving their goals. Strategy needs to be part of all aspects of the organization. So we have strategies not only for our agency, but we also have strategic action plans for all of our services here at WATEC, and we're an enterprise service organization. So every one of our services has a strategic plan with 1 to 2 and 3 to 5 year goals that they're trying to achieve. And those goals are based on customer demand and also looking at the horizon of how technology is changing in that particular area. And those plans then align up to our agency IT strategic goals and our IT enterprise strategic goals, and also line up through our customer agency goals as well. So strategic is not just for the CIO, it's for the entire organization. And it filters down through all of the services and programs that we have. And that helps us every day come in and make sure we're making progress on those key projects and initiatives that further our strategic goals. So other aspects of strategy that are important is a customer service strategy. Now, at WATEC, we're an enterprise technology organization. Our customers are all of our state agencies. And having a very, very solid customer engagement and customer service strategy is important, that we're touching base with them on a regular basis. We understand where their technology needs are and working with their technology organizations from an enterprise perspective on what can we provide and how can we provide services differently and better to meet their needs as they transform and improve their services. So a customer service strategy is very important, whether you're a technology organization or you're public facing or you're in any kind of line of business. That customer service strategy, constantly be looking at that, updating it, keeping in contact with your customers, getting their feedback is extremely important. Another really important strategy is a modernization strategy. So in many organizations, we have legacy systems, we have legacy infrastructure, we have legacy business processes, which we sometimes forget, and sometimes we just want to replace a system. So a modernization strategy that incorporates not just replacing a system and maybe moving that system to the cloud or a software as a service application from your data center, but also looking at all of your business processes and how you interact with your customers. That has to also change. It should change first before you talk about replacing a system. Also, in today's world, it's really important to have a data strategy that aligns with your modernization strategy. If you don't understand how you're serving your customers, then you really are flying blind in terms of how effective your services are. So in today's world, we recommend having an analytics platform, having a data strategy, and then constantly be analyzing your customer data to make sure that your services have the desired impact and making the adjustments that you need. And you definitely need, as you modernize, consider that analytics platform. Along with your modernization strategy, you need an investment strategy. So that can be 4 or 5 years up to 10 years of a modernization strategy. But along that route, you have to have those periods where you're asking for funds and you're telling the story and justifying the need for those funds as you modernize. And you're just not talking about the technology, but you're talking about the customers that you serve and how that technology, or it could be an innovation, is going to improve that customer experience. So having that investment strategy align all the way up through your modernization strategy is very, very important. And then there's the people side. Having a recruitment strategy in today's world, especially in technology, where there's a lot of competition for critical resources, is really important. How are you going to reach and recruit the talent that is going to take your organization through the next era, whatever that may be? In government, we have a lot of our staff, over 40 to 50%, that are eligible to retire in the next 5 years. We need a recruitment strategy on how we're going to replace those individuals with the modern skill sets, such as cloud, data analytics, and other things that represent the needs of our future. So getting into colleges, technical colleges, community colleges, four-year universities, working with the military as our veterans are getting discharged, all of those things, using social media, being innovative in how we're recruiting, reaching out even to high schools for internships is going to be really important for government in the future to ensure that we have the right talent to achieve our strategic goals and serve our customers.